Picture this. You're standing in a showroom, staring at a refrigerator with a giant touchscreen. It's showing family photos, weather updates, grocery lists, even TikTok videos. The salesperson is talking about AI features, smart home integration, and voice assistance. It feels less like buying a refrigerator and more like buying the future. But here's the problem. Most people shop for smart fridges the same way they shop for televisions. They get pulled in by the flashy display. What they don't see is what happens after 6 months, 2 years, or 5 years of actually owning that thing. Some of these refrigerators are packed with expensive technology that's already becoming outdated the day you bring it home. Others hide real reliability concerns behind beautiful screens and premium finishes that look incredible under showroom lighting. And just like TV retailers use special model numbers and store-exclusive versions to make comparisons difficult, appliance stores do the exact same thing. They sell nearly identical refrigerators under different names, different finish packages, and different feature bundles, all designed to make it harder for you to comparison shop. Here's something worth understanding before we dive in. A smart refrigerator is really two products living inside one box. It's an appliance that's expected to last 15 years, sharing space with a computer that's going to feel outdated in 5. That tension is at the heart of every purchasing decision we're going to talk about today. So today we are ranking the 10 major smart fridge brands and models you'll find at Best Buy, Costco, Home Depot, Lowe's, Walmart, and Amazon. From the worst traps all the way to the ones that are actually worth your money. Let's get into it. Number 10. Samsung Family Hub, the showroom superstar. Samsung Family Hub. Walk into almost any major appliance department, and this is the first refrigerator you're going to see. It's front and center, lit up, running demos, pulling people in from across the store. And honestly, that's not an accident. Samsung knows exactly what it's doing when it comes to show presence. The Family Hub has a massive touchscreen built right into the door. You can leave notes, check the weather, see who's at your front door, look inside your fridge through built-in cameras without even in a showroom setting. It genuinely looks like something out of a science fiction, but here's where things get complicated. That first impression is doing a lot of heavy lifting because the ownership experience tells a very different story for a significant number of buyers. Software updates have created frustration for some users over the years, not for everyone, but enough that it shows up consistently in long-term owner reviews. When something goes wrong with the display or the related components, repair costs can be extremely high. We're not talking about a simple fix. The parts involved in that touchscreen system are expensive, and not every local repair technician is going to be comfortable working. Long-term appliance reliability has also been a recurring concern for Samsung refrigerators more broadly, and that history doesn't disappear just because a new model looks polished and modern. When you read reviews from people who bought Samsung Family Hub units in the first year or two versus people who've owned them for 4 or 5 years, the tone shifts noticeably. Early owners love showing it off. Longer-term owners are far more divided about whether it was the right call. Verdict here is straight. The smartest looking fridge in the building isn't always the smartest purchase in the building. And Samsung isn't done yet because another version of the same idea lands just one spot higher on our list. Number 9, Samsung Bespoke AI Hub. Premium trap. Samsung Bespoke AI Hub. This is Samsung's attempt to take the smart refrigerator concept and push it into luxury territory. The design language sharper, the technology more advanced, the price tag is higher, and the marketing is even more aggressive about convincing this is the refrigerator of the Bespoke AI Hub. Adds more sophisticated artificial intelligence on top of everything the Family Hub already does. It's designed to feel premium from the moment you look at it, and for buyers who want their kitchen to feel like a design statement, absolutely delivers that. The problem is that everything that made the standard Family Hub a risky buy is still present here, and in some ways amplified. Premium pricing pushes this unit well above traditional refrigerators. The additional electronics increase the overall complexity of the system, which means more potential points of failure over time. Replacement components are expensive, and if history tells us anything, it's that many buyers end up paying for features they use heavily in the first few months and then barely touch afterward. There's a real pattern with technology-forward appliances. The excitement is real, the novelty is real, but novelty has an expiration date, and the price premium you pay doesn't disappear when the novelty does. Most owners who buy the Bespoke AI Hub love the way it looks. Fewer of them, when asked honestly, feel confident that the value proposition holds up over time. The verdict: beautiful kitchen centerpiece, questionable long-term investment. Our next brand isn't nearly as flashy, but but that doesn't automatically make it a safer choice either. Number 8. Frigidaire Gallery Smart Series. The budget. Smart option, Frigidaire Gallery Smart Series. This one shows up in a different kind of conversation. If Samsung is pulling buyers in with showroom spectacle, Frigidaire is pulling buyers in with promotions. You'll regularly see aggressive discounts on these models, and for buyers working with a tighter budget, that price difference is genuinely appealing. And look, affordability matters. Not everyone is shopping with an unlimited budget, and there's nothing wrong with being price conscious. But there's a difference between a good deal and a compromise that costs you more in the long run. The Frigidaire Gallery Smart Series falls into a gap. The smart features feel less polished than what you get from the category leaders. The app ecosystem is fairly basic, and the integration between the refrigerator and your phone or smart home setup doesn't feel as refined. The build quality, when you compare it side by side against competitors at slightly higher price points, feels less substantial. And here's the honest problem. For just a bit more money, you can get meaningfully better execution from other brands. That gap in quality is wide enough that the savings start to feel less compelling when you lay it all out. Buyers who've purchased Frigidaire Gallery Smart Series models tend to appreciate what they paid. They don't tend to rave about the technology. That gap between appreciation and enthusiasm is telling. The verdict: good price, average experience. Now we move into a brand that has spent years working to improve and has made real progress, but it still carries some baggage that's worth understanding. Number 7. LG InstaView Think, the redemption story. LG InstaView ThinQ. LG has had a complicated history with refrigerator reliability, and the brand has spent considerable time and effort trying to move past it. To their credit, they've made real improvements. The InstaView ThinQ lineup represents a genuinely better product than what LG was putting out several years ago, and that matters. The design quality on these units is strong. The InstaView door feature, where you knock twice on the glass panel to see inside without opening the door, is one of those touches that sounds like a gimmick until you've actually used it for a few weeks. The ThinQ ecosystem integrates reasonably well with other smart home platforms, and LG has invested in making the overall experience feel more polished and intentional. The issue is pricing. LG prices these units at a premium, and at that price point, buyers are comparing them against some very strong competition. Some shoppers also still carry hesitation from the brand's past reliability reputation, and that hesitation is hard to dismiss entirely, even when the product itself has improved. Most current owners report enjoying the daily experience, but when you factor in the pricing and the lingering brand concerns, it's not yet an easy recommendation at the top of the list. The verdict: much better than its reputation, but not yet among the safest bets you can make. And LG has another smart model that's even more attention grab, which is exactly why it's next. Number 6. LG Mood Up, the novelty fridge. Number 6. LG Mood Up. Here's where things get genuinely interesting and genuinely questionable at the same time. The Mood Up is the refrigerator with color-changing LED panels built into the doors. You can change the color of your fridge to match your mood, your kitchen decor, your outfit, whatever you want. You can sync it with music. You can set different colors for different times of day. It is, objectively, one of the more unusual product ideas to come out of the appliance industry in years. And that's kind of the problem. When you strip away the spectacle, what you have is a refrigerator where a significant portion of the price premium is going toward features that have nothing to do with how well your food stays cold or how long the appliance is going to last. You're paying for visual customization. That's a choice you can make, but it should be a conscious one. The Mood Up sits at a premium price point, and at that price, you can buy refrigerators that invest their budget into cooling performance, construction quality, and long-term reliability instead of LED panels. Owners who have the Mood Up generally enjoy showing it off. It's a genuine conversation starter. Very few of them would tell you it represents the best value at its price. The verdict: fun technology, expensive distraction. Before we get into the top 5, here's something most shoppers never realize. Many refrigerator retailers carry exclusive versions of the same appliance, swapping out finishes, handles, or feature packages specifically to make comparison shopping harder. You might be looking at what feels like two completely different refrigerators when you're actually looking at the same core product dressed differently. And just like with televisions, huge discounts can sometimes signal weaker feature sets rather than genuine bargains. A 40% off sticker price sounds great until you realize the model being discounted was priced high to begin with. If this already saved you from a bad smart fridge deal, hit subscribe, because the next 5 might actually shock you. Number 5, GE Profile Smart Q, the practical smart fridge. Number 5, GE Profile Smart HQ. This is where the ranking shifts. Everything above this line came with real compromises: technology over substance, novelty over reliability, pricing over value. Starting here, we're talking about refrigerators that are genuinely worth considering. GE built the Smart HQ platform with a different philosophy than Samsung or LG. The focus is on functionality. The smart features are designed to actually be useful in day-to-day life, rather than to impress someone during a showroom demo. The Smart HQ app integration works reliably, and GE has a service network that's broader and more accessible than many of the brands ranked below this point. Consistency matters here. GE Profile Smart HQ units have a strong reputation for performance and reliability over time, which is exactly what you want when you're buying something that's expected to sit in your kitchen for over a decade. The features are practical enough that owners actually continue using them well past the initial excitement phase. When you read long-term reviews from GE Profile Smart HQ owners, you'll notice something. They're not talking about how cool the fridge looks. They're talking about how well it works. That shift in focus is a very good sign. The verdict: a smart fridge is designed to be a refrigerator first and a smart device second. The next model takes that same formula and adds a premium finish. Number 4, GE Cafe Smart Series, the luxury pick. Number 4, GE Cafe Smart Series. If you've been watching this ranking and thinking that you want something at the top of the list, but you also want it to look genuinely stunning in your kitchen, the GE Cafe Smart Series is where you land. This line carries the same core reliability foundation as the GE Profile, but wraps it in a design aesthetic that's a step above. The fit and finish on Cafe models is excellent. These are refrigerators that look like they belong in a high-end kitchen without requiring a touch screen the size of a tablet to make that statement. The ecosystem support is strong. GE has invested in making sure the smart features integrate well with major smart home platforms, and the service and support infrastructure is there if you ever need. Pricing sits at a premium, but unlike some of the premium-priced models earlier in this list, pricing feels justified here. You're paying for quality construction and a refined ownership experience, not for novelty technology. Owners of GE Cafe Smart Series refrigerators consistently come back to the same themes: quality, aesthetics, and reliability. Not novelty, not flash, substance. The verdict: luxury done right. Now we're into the top 3, and these are the models we would actually feel confident recommending to someone we know personally. Top 3. Number 3, Whirlpool Smart French Door, the dependable choice. Number 3, Whirlpool Smart French Door. The pacing shifts here because this is where we're genuinely in recommendation territory, and these models deserve a slower, more careful look. Whirlpool built its reputation over decades by doing something that sounds obvious, but is surprisingly rare in the appliance industry. They focus on the fundamentals. The refrigerator part of the refrigerator works exceptionally well. The cooling is consistent. The construction is solid. The parts are widely available. The service network is one of the most extensive in the country. The smart features on the Whirlpool Smart French Door are not the most advanced on this list. They don't need to be. They work reliably. They integrate with the major smart home platforms that most households are already using, and they don't add unnecessary complexity that creates new failure points down the road. Think of it like buying a car. The giant touchscreen might impress you during the test drive, but years later you'll care much more about reliability, maintenance costs, and everyday usability. Whirlpool understands this. They're not trying to win on spectacle. They're trying to win on the experience of ownership over the full lifespan of the product. Owners who buy Whirlpool Smart French Door units tend to express something that's actually hard to find in appliance reviews: quiet satisfaction. They're not making videos about the color-changing panels. They're just going about their lives with a refrigerator that does exactly what they need it to do every single day. Broad service availability means that if something does need attention, you won't be waiting weeks for a specialized technician. Parts are accessible. Repairs are straightforward compared to many competitors. That matters more than it sounds. The The verdict: the safe recommendation for buyers who want smart features without the risk. If reliability is your top priority and you want to go even further in that direction, our next pick goes there. Number 2, Bosch 800 series connected, the enthusiast's choice. Number 2, Bosch 800 series Connect. Bosch operates with a philosophy that's fundamentally different from most of the brands on this list. They are not trying to impress you showroom. They are not competing on screen size or color-changing panels or artificial intelligence features that make good market copy. Bosch is competing on engineering. The cooling performance on the 800 series Connected is excellent. The construction quality is premium in a way that's about material and manufacturing rather than aesthetics. German engineering standards are real, and Bosch applies them consistently across their appliance lineup. The reliability perception for Bosch refrigerators among both owners and service professionals is very strong, and that reputation has been earned over time rather than manufactured through advertising. The smart connectivity features are present and function, but they're not the star of the show. They're there to add convenience without adding. The overall ownership experience is refined in a way that's harder to explain in a show, but becomes very clear after years of use. This is the choice for buyers who have done their research, understand what they're buying, and want an appliance that rewards that research with years of consistency. It's not for everyone. Bosch pricing reflects the quality, and the brand doesn't have quite the same service network breadth as GE or Whirlpool, but for the right buyer, it's an exceptional product. The verdict: less technology theater, more substance. For buyers who want the best possible quality, this is a genuinely strong choice. And now, the number 1 pick. The smartest smart fridge purchase you can make in 2025. Number 1, GE Profile Counter Depth Smart. The best overall smart fridge. Number 1, GE Profile Counter Depth Smart HQ. Here's why this one's. Every refrigerator on this list made a choice about what to prioritize. Samsung chose spectacle. LG chose novelty. Frigidaire chose affordability. Bosch chose engineering excellence. Whirlpool chose dependability. GE Profile Counter Depth Smart HQ chose balance and executed it better than anyone else on this list. The counter depth design means this refrigerator sits flush with your cabinetry, which gives it a built-in look without the built-in price tag. It looks polished and intentional in a kitchen without relying on a touchscreen to make that statement. The design does the work through proportion and finish rather than through technology spectacle. The Smart HQ platform is practical and reliable. The features are genuinely useful, not just impressive during a demo. Remote temperature monitoring, smart diagnostics, integration with major smart home platforms, all of it works the way it's supposed to and continues working long after the novelty of a new appliance has faded. GE's service and support network is one of the strongest in the industry. If something needs attention, you can get help. Parts are available. Technicians who know the product are accessible. That support infrastructure is a real advantage over brands that build impressive hardware but leave owners stranded when something goes wrong. The pricing is competitive for the premium tier. You're not getting a bargain, but you're getting real value, which is a meaningfully different thing. Every dollar in the price tag is doing something for the long-term ownership experience, rather than funding a feature you'll forget about in 6 months. Long-term owner reviews for GE Profile Counter Depth Smart HQ tell a consistent story. People aren't talking about the wow factor. They're talking about how well it works. They're talking about how it still feels like the right purchase several years in. That kind of sustained satisfaction is genuinely rare in the smart appliance category. The verdict: the best smart refrigerator is the one you'll still be glad you bought years from now. And this is that refrigerator. Here's the big takeaway from everything we covered today. The bottom tier of this ranking is full of refrigerators that made a specific choice. They prioritized flashy technology over long-term ownership. They look incredible in a showroom. The demos are genuinely impressive. The salespeople have great stories to tell, but the risks, the complexity, pricing structure make them difficult to recommend to someone who's actually going to live with that appliance for 10 or 15 years. The middle tier offers decent value. These aren't bad products, but each of them comes with compromises, whether that's limited polish, lingering brand concerns, or pricing that doesn't quite match the ownership experience. And those compromises are significant enough to keep them from easy recommendations. Then there's the top tier. Whirlpool, Bosch, GE Profile understand something that a surprising number of manufacturers seem to. People are buying a refrigerator first and a smart device second. The technology is supposed to serve clients, not replace it. The best smart refrigerator is the one that keeps performing for long after the novelty wears off. It's the one with a service network you can actually It's the one with parts your technician can actually find. It's the one whose smart features you're still using 2 years from now because they make your life easier rather than just make your kitchen look impressive. Smart refrigerators are not a bad category. There are genuinely excellent products in it, but buying the wrong smart refrigerator, getting pulled in by a showroom demo, and walking out with a product doesn't hold up over time is a very real and very expensive mistake thousands of buyers make every. You now know how to avoid that mistake. Drop a comment with the fridge you're currently considering. We'll tell you whether it's a safe buy or a trap. If this kind of ranking helped you, hit subscribe because we have more worst to best appliance breakdowns coming. Will save you just as much money as this one.